What's good, Hollywood? It's your boy, once again, Jordan, here for another segment of Artist Access. And today I got my boy with me, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's good, Hollywood? This is Kris Marshall of Kris Marshall Productions. I'm a young 22-year-old filmmaker just trying to do my thing.
Trying to do your thing, or you gonna do your thing?
I'm doing my thing.
Okay,
Not
that's
even
what I like
trying
to hear.
We doing it.
Okay, and where are you from?
Well, I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm from Washington State, Lakewood, the city specifically. About 30 minutes from Seattle. People tend to bring up Seattle when you say Washington, but Lakewood's a different type of breed of a city, but you know, that's me.
Okay, so no Tacoma though.
No,
I just say Seattle.
Seattle's 30 minutes away. Tacoma's 10 minutes away. Lakewood is like this.
So you're right by the airport?
Yeah, no. So Seattle's the airport. 30 minutes from there, you get Tacoma, and then like 10 minutes from there, you get this small city called Lakewood, and that's me.
Okay,
that's what I represent.
All right, and how long have you been in LA?
I've been out here for a year. It's been a rough year, but you know, I think everybody who's coming into a new place trying to do something that everybody's trying to do is going to be something that's tough, and it's going to separate you if you're tough enough to make it out here, or you just going to leave. You know what I mean?
Tell us about it though. Like when you say tough, like what has happened or transpired that you had to overcome, or like some challenges you faced while you've been out
when
here?
you're doing something that has to do with your work, and it's a whole bunch of people doing said things, I think the challenge of you start getting insecure in a way because you don't know if your soup is good soup, if anybody's gonna eat it, you know what I mean? And then you start getting a little success, and now it's like, can I keep it up? You know what I mean? Can I keep that train rolling, or I'm gonna be another
The pressure.
Yeah. Now there's this pressure thing, and then you got your home life. LA is expensive, you know. Everybody's got that problem, or you know, you're paying for food, rent, or anything. Just so, I think LA is just a barrage of shit that could go left or could go right, and you just gotta handle it the right way mentally.
Right. I believe it's all about your attitude, especially somewhere out here.
Exactly.
That's probably why everybody's so big on like spiritual energy and zen.
Yeah, man, because
you need to be grounded out here.
If you're not mentally strong, you're gonna break. That boat is gonna tip from bad to good, bad to good, bad, and it's just damn.
What all do you do though? Do you consider yourself like just a filmmaker, or what else do you do?
I want to say I'm just a filmmaker, but I tend to dabble in modeling a little bit. I think I started doing acting before modeling, but modeling got my name out there because that's what people automatically see me as. So I'm like,
you've done like print, runway,
campaigns, the whole nine, editorial magazines, all of it. But I think acting.
Have you walked in any of like the fashion weeks or anything like that?
Yeah, New York Fashion Week. I went to France for Paris Fashion Week, and I didn't get booked for nothing. I ended up sleeping outside most of my stay there, and it was just kind of like hell. But that's that mental strength thing, because it comes with a lot of rejection, and people don't understand that. People see, oh, I want to be famous, or I want to do this and that, but there's a lot that comes with this. You're gonna get rejected.
It's a process.
Yeah, it's a fucking process, and there's a lot of bullshit that's gonna happen. But when you stay strong, it's like, oh, nah, I got the shit I want to do, and now I can keep going forward.
Yeah, when I first moved out here, a good friend of mine, Alexis, every time we talked about this, she'll always be like, it takes 10 years to be an overnight success. And, you know, granted, some people may do it in 1 year, 5 years, but the point of it is you don't see the process. It seems like somebody is an overnight success, but 9 times out of 10, this person has been doing it for years upon years. Just like Doja Cat, like I've been listening to her since like 2012, but, you know, now she's relevant versus 8 years ago she wasn't, you know. It takes 10 years to be an overnight success. Because everybody else looking at her now, they probably see her as like, where did she come
just
from?
Came out. She was the moon
Who's
girl
this
on
new
YouTube,
girl?
the moon girl. But
exactly.
I mean, the crazy thing about that is, even if you, let's say you do get it in a year, now you're at a high pinnacle, I'd say, and now you gotta keep up that. Yeah, you gotta top it every time. So if you get on too quickly, don't get happy. Because now you gotta, if you see a lot of artists or you see a lot of actors, anybody in entertainment, they get big too quickly, they fall really quickly. So if you get big quickly, try to take it in easy, you know what I mean, low key, and just take it in, because now you got to work even harder because you're at a higher level. So no matter what, you got to work hard. Like, you get on fast, you're working hard regardless. You get on later, 10 years from now, you're working even harder because you understand what you've been through. So it's
Exactly.
there's no getting around this shit.
But yeah, it's a process.
Hell
No
yeah.
one becomes an overnight success. Fuck at all. It just doesn't happen.
That shit's fake. And if you think that's gonna happen, this is not your shit. This is not for you at all. Like,
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like you start where you can, and you kind of build from that. And a lot of people want to network up, but the key to it is also networking across and working
Hell
with
yeah,
people
man.
that are your peers and that are your friends or whatever.
you're gonna get the biggest, I think, something that's gonna lead to your biggest job or your big break by messing with people in your lane right now.
Right.
You can't just jump into some big ass pool. You're not ready to swim yet.
Facts.
You gotta fucking pay your dues. You gotta do these little extra jobs, or you gotta do free jobs where you know you're gonna get a lot of exposure.
Right.
Exactly. Don't fucking deny exposure right away. You get that shit and you save that video, that picture, whatever it is, so you can use that for the big shit you want.
Right, that exposure is your experience, you know.
Exactly.
You use that for experience. But, you know, starting off, like, I know you had Kush, for example. So, you know, that was your first production in the works, but
Yeah,
you won a
man.
couple awards for it.
I
know
won
that.
I'm up for best first time filmmaker in the London Filmmaking Awards or something like that. And it's another award for best short film in the SFAA or something like that. This festival's got weird names to them. But yeah, that movie was awesome. I think it's gonna pick up over time. Right now, it's not something that's just blew up right away. It's like, that's something that's people are gonna pick up and be like, damn, that film was the shit back when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're just like realizing it. And it was fun as hell.
That's what I'm about to say.
You're the cinematographer, and I think as a first film, that's something that's better than a lot of people's first film. We had a lot of fun, and the fact that it's getting awards is kind of like, it's an awesome feeling to me.
Okay, well, when it comes to that film, tell us about like some struggles you faced with like your first film, and like whether it be funding, finding actors, or
Man, the funding is
writing the
everything.
script even. Like, what are some struggles that you faced with?
I wrote the script
Your first
at
production.
I wrote the script for Kush at 17, and it's been years trying to do it because it's trying to find those people.
10 years.
Exactly. It fucking took. I wrote the shit at 17, and it took. I'm 22 now. We just did that shit. So I'm like, it took forever because you're trying to find the right people. You're trying to find the right environment to do it, and if it's not
to be
right,
perfect.
it's not right. And you wait and you wait, and when it's finally time to do it, we all did it so kind of just like nonchalant. It was so fun. I don't think we had problems with it. I think the more problems I had with Kush was at home. Because I'm living situation, you got roommates, they want you kicked out, you gotta go to a new place, and just a whole bunch of shit like that. So I feel like Kush was a personal problem more than the actual work. And it mentally got me strong for, okay, if I got something going on at home, I can take care of it and do the filming at the same time.
Right.
Or just push it off and be like, yo, we gotta take a couple days and let me handle this and go back to that. So I feel like for further future business, I know how to take care of the home shit and then take care of the business side.
I feel
so
that.
I think that's what taught me that.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, although there were some struggles here and there, I feel like you said, overall, the biggest thing, I feel like with creating in general is that you're having fun. I feel
Hell
like
yeah,
the best content comes across or comes from people who are having fun and truly enjoying what they're doing, not people who are forcing themselves to do things or forcing themselves to rap or try to fit a trend.
I think
But when
that's
you're
the
having
best
fun,
thing.
that's when it comes off authentic.
That's the best part about it, because now you got your actors and they're all talking about it like, that was so fun working with you, I can't wait to work with you again, or if you give me another opportunity, and like they're just so excited, and you see the work, they had fun. You
Right,
know
right.
when people have fun on set. In a comedy scene, it's supposed to be fun. It's never supposed to be restricted or feel like you can't be flexible. So doing a comedy, you always got to be like, oh yeah, let's not try to structure this.
Yeah.
Let's be freeform with this.
How was like finding locations? Like, did you ever meet any challenges with locations?
Oh my God, I think that's funny as hell, because you know and I know, like, we just fucking walked around and was just like, okay, this is where we're gonna shoot. This is nice, like that. But that's what I'm talking about. There was no structure to this. We just said, all right, we're gonna do this. Let's just try this. Let's not talk all day and try to complicate things. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. Let's go out and do this. And
Yeah, Kris almost had to fight a homeless man.
oh yeah, man. Okay, so we're filming and fucking. Okay, it was respected. A homeless man thought we were trying to film him and his buddies, like, you know, and we're like, we're not trying to do that. We would never put you on a down position on film or anything like that. And the fucker started throwing our shit away and started grabbing the camera. We couldn't have that. So I kind of just, you know,
Just roughed him up.
yeah, just grabbed him a little bit just to try to reassure him, like, dude, look,
This
you're not,
ain't no game.
yeah, you're not fucking up my production, but I'm gonna let you know, like, you know, we're not doing what you think we're doing because, you know, I have respect for the homeless. You
Facts,
understand?
Yeah, so Kush was your first production.
Yes.
What was number 2 for you? Was there?
It was a little series called Corner Boys. It was something that I was just doing, and it was going to be a series that turns into a feature film, but we weren't ready yet financially. The thing about finance, you got to have fucking money if you're going to do
Funding.
a period piece. You know, it was supposed to be set in 1960, and if you have that wardrobe, the guns, and
You want to look authentic.
you gotta be authentic. And the hand-to-hand combat shit, you need somebody to choreograph this shit. You can't just randomly start doing stuff. So it's like, you know, I was like, okay, we're not ready for that yet. That's something we can do next year or in a year or two when we pick up or something like that. But now we got Brown Man coming up, and that's something that's in production right now.
Okay.
I think that's my biggest film yet that we're doing, and it's gonna be huge. It's basically about the psychology of colors representing the life of a boxer named Brown. And he's fighting his upcoming opponent, who's this pro fighter who's real cocky, and his name is Red. And if you know anything about color psychology, right off the bat, red pops up, and your eyes automatically go to it. It's flashy, it's overly confident, flamboyant in a way. So we're just going to be representing colors to represent his life, and I think it's going to be something that's educational, entertaining, because it's a boxing film. The training and the actual story is something that I think people are really going to fuck with. So
Yeah, that's super dope. It sounds like basically like it's like the psychology of colors, like color theory, right?
yeah, yes, exactly. And I think when people are watching film and it's the little things kind of teaching you some shit,
Yeah.
I think that's the best stuff. And it's a good story. I haven't wrote a film with good dialogue like this and an actual great story to where people are sitting like, yo, this is nice. I'm liking this. Like, because a comedy, anybody can do that to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just make something funny. Like, but something that's just, or even a
Compelling, yeah.
violent movie, anybody can do that. But something like this, to where it's like dramatic and it's you're learning something and it's an actual good story. I'm like, wow, this is new. This is different.
Facts on facts. Facts on facts. Are there any others after Brown Man you got?
Oh man,
Or is that going to be the last for now, or what's up?
well, after Brown Man, we're gonna do this film called Puzzled, and I think that's gonna be the biggest film in the world. I think that from that point, the whole career is just gonna like take off fully, and I wouldn't be able to even predict what's next. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's gonna be something where like just a whole bunch of stuff is coming at you. You know, things are moving in 5,000 miles per hour, so it's like, yeah. But Puzzled is gonna be my biggest film for a while, I'd say.
Okay, and when are you thinking about releasing like Brown Man at least, or Puzzle?
I like to do this 2 movies a year thing. I want to try to pick up the pace with that. So this year I want to do Jimbo is just a short. It was, like I said, it's only 10 minutes.
Right,
So
right.
I kind of want to do Brown Man and Puzzled this year. Next year do Untitled. You know what I mean? And keep it going like that. 2 movies a year, and kind of just lay low a little bit after a while. I don't want to. I call it not overstay your welcome, but you know when you get in the spotlight and that's all people see.
Yeah.
People see you over and over and over and over
You get
again.
tired of
You get tired of it. You're like, man, okay, we know you're the shit. Like,
Right.
I like Kendrick Lamar, for example. He puts out the best albums of all time and then takes his ass home and just speeds low key for years, and we haven't heard from him in years. And by the time we hear from him again, it's gonna be like, oh shit, Kendrick, where's he been? He's out. Like, you gotta have a certain value for yourself, you know.
Facts.
I think when you are everywhere and you're popping up too much, people are gonna get tired of you.
100%.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. It's definitely good to take your time when it comes to your art in general.
Hell yeah, man.
Just like we talked about earlier, the pressure. The
Fuck
pressure
yeah.
means can start to get to you. You can't create like you want to.
I think you control your career when you do shit like that. You control your own destiny when you do shit like that, because other people aren't like the pressure and determined and putting you on this pedestal. Like, now you have to do shit. Now
I feel like you're giving somebody something they want. You're
fuck
doing it
no,
for you.
bro. This film shit. I'm writing films that I like, and people are kind of enjoying it.
Okay.
I like the shit. I'm doing it because I love it. I would love to play a role like this or something like that, and then I'm putting it out, and people are like, "Oh, I like that." They're just agreeing with me. So if you don't agree, it's just okay. You don't agree. I'm doing it because I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to please nobody. It's not about money. It's not about I'm gonna be famous as fuck one day. No, nigga, I'm just doing me, man.
Facts. So that kind of ties into my next question. Really, is like, what is your reason for creating these like compelling stories, or what is your drive to even write these crazy stories?
I want to be the greatest entertainer of all time.
Okay.
But I don't think the stories came from that. I think the stories came from I just wasn't getting booked for shit.
Right.
And I was getting tired of it. I just was like, okay, if nobody's gonna book me, I'm gonna follow in the footsteps of Marlon Wayans, Sylvester Stallone, all the Wayans brothers, honestly. Like fucking Dolomite, man. And just a whole bunch of people, they'll write their own shit. And it's a big risk doing that, because you can look like a fucking jackass. Your shit could be shit, or it could just be whatever. And yeah, so nobody wanted to cast me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this shit myself, and that's where that came about. Honestly, if people were casting me, I wouldn't be writing at all. Because what are you writing? Now you're getting everything you wanted, but I think it showed me what I can do. It showed a talent that you don't want to waste. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, because even my script surprised myself. I'd be surprised. I'd be like, what the fuck? Who wrote this? Right. And then you're doing it. It's like, damn, this shit's gonna actually be really good. We can actually do something with this. So I'm like, I think that's what drives me, the mystery of what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's the coolest thing ever.
I like what you said though about write your own script, because networking across, at least I got that idea from Issa Rae. I mean, granted, I probably would do that anyway, but she's someone who has spoken about that, about not stop trying to.
I gotta say, like, this guy and Issa Rae, I don't know what we have to do to get them to link up, but man, I'm telling you, this will be the coldest collab in Black film TV history. I'm like, man, Emmys are on the way. Issa, Jordan Lewis, I'm telling you, I don't know what I gotta do or
it's
what.
An actor.
Man, look, this shit is gonna be a cold collab. I think you guys would vibe so cold, but yeah, get back to
Appreciate that.
I had to say that shit.
But yeah, she's someone who said that though, network across, and that kind of ties in my opinion at least, to your create your own roles, because a lot of times people are sitting around waiting for that higher up to give them the opportunity to be in a film or to be in a short film, and people get discouraged a lot because they feel like it's not working.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's not necessarily the case. You are just putting your life and your ambitions and your drive in somebody else's hands. And like you just said, you can't do that. You have to take that, and you gotta make your own. They gonna want you.
If she would never did that, where would she be? She would still be doing her thing, but she wouldn't be as big. I'm like, man, that just showed a whole different side. And now in everything she gets booked for, she can be in the writer room. Like, yo, I think we should do it like this. And they're like, well, she does have Insecure. That's a hit show. You know what I mean?
So she knows what she's talking about.
Fuck yeah. So I'm like, man, dude.
I like that you said that though. Would you say there was a point in time where you like decided that you were going to be an actor, or like, what would you say?
I wanted to play basketball. I went to college for basketball at Western Kentucky University, and I was going to walk on. I had a great chance to do so, but in the time of me training for that walk on, I started doing social media shit, like skits and all that. And this was like in 2015. So it wasn't really like this. There was Vine, everybody was on Vine. Nobody was really on Twitter like that. So I was just doing Twitter skits, and it started blowing up, like getting retweets and shit. I was like, wow, this shit, fuck basketball. I'm actually having fun doing this, because basketball got too serious. You're in college, you're putting on weight, you're fucking lifting, you're drinking protein, and you're going broke. Like, fuck no. If I'm gonna go broke for something, it gotta be something I'm having fun with and I actually love to do. So,
and aren't gonna get tired of doing it.
Yeah, I could do this for my whole life. If you're not gonna do something for your whole life, I don't know why you're doing it. So it's like hell.
Why would you say you choose to be an actor? Like, why would you say?
The shit is fucking fun. When that camera starts rolling, you have free reign to do whatever you want to do, as long as it's in the form of the character. If you're a killer or something, you can scream in somebody's face. If you were mad that day, you can express anger on film, and they're like, whoa, that was really good. And just like, man, I was pissed all day. I had to get that out.
Yeah,
so I was like, man, I think acting is the greatest art form to express yourself, and I have fun doing that. And at the same time, I love being the center of attention. So I would fucking like, okay, if I'm the lead role, this whole thing revolves around me. If you notice, all my films,
I mean, that makes sense.
yeah, I'm the lead though. Yeah, I mean,
down.
hell, I'm not gonna fucking write myself as some like gay player. Like, I'm gonna be the main guy. So that's what I do.
I feel that, man.
That's hilarious.
Well, you know, take this time to promote yourself. Tell the viewers where they can find you. What to look out for next? What's going on?
Instagram at kris.marshall. Kris Marshall Productions. Just Google that and you'll know what's up. Honestly, I got Brown Man coming. I got Puzzled coming. And I got a whole bunch of films in the works. So you're gonna see a lot of me. And then, I do well. I don't. I promise you, I'm gonna hop on that train of doing well. So that's all I gotta say on that. This is Kris Marshall, and this is a casual production right here.
All right, y'all. Keep it casual.
Nice. That was fun. That was fun. I love doing that shit.
Shout out my nigga Tommy
Motherfucking
B,
Sinful
man.
K on the beat.
I on my neck like I'm Johnny
Shit.
Depp. Yeah, I can't.
Ayy. Still need them rats in a condo. Fuck mercy, I need a Lago. Told my mama get rid of that car note. Juicy shot up the club in a poncho. Sold a brick, then I moved to Toronto. Shout out my kin in Ohio. Running it up, I done fucked up a muscle. Ice on my neck like I'm Johnny Depp. Fuck like my nigga, but hell can wait. Selling Zans, switching lanes in the Escalade. Run your defenses like Walter Payton. Still whipping work, fuck emancipation. All I know is walls just like a cancer patient. Niggas pillow talking, fuck a conversation. I need money, pussy, nigga, underlay.
Tell me, Brown, do you want to be with me?